Welcome to the 5-Minute Disasters podcast from 5minutedisasters.com, where each week we uncover worldwide disasters in about 5 minutes. If you enjoy the show and would like to support us, why not consider buying us a coffee? Head on over to 5minutedisasters.com/coffee to see how. This is episode 6, the Hindenburg disaster. The Hindenburg disaster remains one of the most infamous airship tragedies in history, marking the dramatic end of the era of Zeppelin travel. On the 6th of May 1937, the German passenger airship Hindenburg was destroyed while attempting to land at the Naval Air Station in Lakehurst, New Jersey. The airship, filled with highly flammable hydrogen gas, ignited and was engulfed in flames within seconds, leading to the deaths of 36 people. This catastrophic event not only shocked the world, but also marked the beginning of the end for airship travel, as the risks of hydrogen-fueled airships were brutally exposed. The Hindenburg, the pride of Nazi Germany, and the largest airship ever built, was designed as a luxurious mode of transport. Stretching over 245 meters in length, the airship could carry 97 passengers and crew, and was seen as a symbol of modern engineering and sophistication. Inside, passengers enjoyed amenities such as a dining room, smoking lounge, and promenades, offering a level of comfort comparable to ocean liners of the time. The Hindenburg had successfully completed 63 flights, including 10 transatlantic crossings, before its ill-fated final voyage. The disaster unfolded during the airship's first transatlantic flight of the 1937 season, travelling from Frankfurt, Germany to Lakehurst. After delays caused by poor weather conditions, the airship finally began its approach to land at Lakehurst on the evening of May the 6th. At 7:25 p.m., as the ground crew was preparing to anchor the ship, witnesses reported seeing a small flame near the tail section of the airship. Within moments, the hydrogen-filled hull ignited, and flames rapidly consumed the entire airship. The fire spread with terrifying speed, and in less than 40 seconds, the once majestic vessel was reduced to a burning skeleton, crashing to the ground in a heap of twisted metal and fabric. Of the 97 people on board the Hindenburg, 35 were killed, including 13 passengers and 22 crew members. Remarkably, 62 people survived the disaster, many by jumping from the airship before it hit the ground. Additionally, one worker on the ground crew also perished in the fire. The footage and photographs of the disaster, widely broadcast around the world, captured the full horror of the event, with the iconic image of the airship engulfed in flames and collapsing to the ground becoming one of the most enduring symbols of the tragedy. The disaster was made even more memorable by the radio broadcast of Herbert Morrison, whose emotionally charged and poignant commentary, "Oh, the humanity," further underscored the scale of the catastrophe. The cause of the fire has been the subject of speculation and investigation for decades. At the time, the general consensus was that the hydrogen gas used to lift the airship had somehow ignited. Hydrogen is highly flammable, and even a small spark could have triggered the devastating fire. The exact cause of the ignition, however, remains unclear. Some theories suggest that the fire was caused by static electricity that built up on the airship's skin during its flight, while others point to the possibility of a lightning strike or mechanical failure in the fuel system. In later years, alternative theories emerged, including the idea that sabotage may have played a role. The Hindenburg was a symbol of Nazi Germany, and some speculated that anti-Nazi saboteurs may have planted an explosive device on board. However, no conclusive evidence of sabotage has ever been found, and the most widely accepted explanation remains that a combination of static electricity and hydrogen leakage was responsible for the disaster. The Hindenburg disaster had a profound impact on the future of air travel. The use of hydrogen in airships was immediately called into question, and public confidence in airship travel plummeted. While dirigibles had been seen as a cutting-edge form of long-distance travel, particularly for crossing oceans, the risks associated with hydrogen-fueled airships were now glaringly apparent. After the disaster, most countries, including Germany, shifted their focus toward heavier-than-air aircraft, which were safer and more reliable than hydrogen-fueled airships. One of the reasons the disaster was so significant was the level of media attention it received. The crash was covered extensively in newsreels, newspapers, and on the radio, making it one of the first major disasters to be broadcast around the world. The iconic photographs and Herbert Morrison's emotional radio broadcast helped cement the event in public consciousness, making the Hindenburg disaster one of the most recognizable tragedies of the 20th century. In the aftermath of the disaster, public and private investment in airship technology all but vanished. The era of the airship, which had been heralded as the future of passenger travel, came to an abrupt and tragic end. However, the legacy of the Hindenburg disaster lives on. It remains a stark reminder of the risks associated with early aviation technology and the importance of safety regulations in the development of air travel. The destruction of the Hindenburg remains one of the most tragic events in aviation history, and a powerful symbol of human fallibility in the face of technological ambition. I hope you enjoyed that episode of the 5-Minute Disasters podcast from 5minutedisasters.com. If you did, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And while you're there, why not leave us a review? Also, please consider listening to our other 5-minute podcasts, which you can find at 5minuteproductions.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.